Hello children, in this video I will be covering the topics left of the chapter from hunting gathering to growing food. Students, as earlier we discussed about the Paleolithic age, and in Paleolithic age we discussed about the lives of the hunter gatherers. But now the topic changing environment, in this we will discuss about the Mesolithic age, that is Middle Stone age. Students, around 12,000 years ago, there was a major change in the climate of the world, which led to the development of the grassland in many areas. Hunting and gathering became easier at that time, and that lead to the survival of the human in a normal way. So this also lead to an increase in the number of animals that survived on the grass. So people started thinking about herding and rearing these animals. Fishing became important in these times. So what we have to understand in this, that this Mesolithic age became the learning age for the people. They started learning that uh, uh, before hunting, what are the different procedures they have to follow. They have to hunt the animals, they have to follow it, they have to check their speed, they have to observe their behavior, they have to understand their breeding season. So these were the observations that they did, and nature also helped a lot by making the environment suitable for the survival of the life. In the next topic, we talk about Neolithic age. Neolithic, that is New Stone Age. Here, the people became food producers to food, sorry, people became food gatherer to food producer. That means earlier they were hunter gatherers, and now in Neolithic age they become food producers. That means they became hunter and gatherer, farmers and herders. With the development of the grassland, people came to know about growing wheat, barley. These were the naturally grown crops. And after observing these plants, that what are the season when they will get harvested, what is the proper soil or what is the proper place required for to grow that particular crop. So they started practicing farming, right? People also attract and then tame animal by leaving food for them near the shelter. And the first animal they started taming was a wild ancestor of dog. So students, not only this, but they started taming animal also. This lead to understanding the domestication process which is given in your book. That is the process in which people grow plants and look after animal. See, students, they do not become farmer when they started producing food, a crop. They became farmers when they started growing crop and taking care of the crop from the plant, from the birds and the animals. And when they started protecting the tamed animal with the wild animal, then they became herders. This you need to understand very well. Often people protected these animals from the attack of the other wild animal that they tame. This is how they became the herders. See, this you need to understand, that people have to stay in the same place for the long period of time to plant the seed, watering it, weeding, driving away animals and birds till the grain ripen. Then they start thinking of storing the grain for the food and seed, right? Because they started thinking about storing also in the new way of life, right? So they began making clay pots, wove basket, or dug pits into the ground, which you will read uh, earlier, later about the pit houses which have been found in Burza home. Students not only weed or seed, but also they started thinking about storing animals. Animals that are reared can be stored as a store of food. Means they started understanding that animals could be kept for the future use, At times they will not be getting anything from the environment or from the farming, then they could use these animal for or they act as a store of food for them, right? See, archaeologists have found traces of huts or houses at some sites which show that people have a stable life. Right, they also found cooking hearths both inside and outside the hut, which suggests that depending on the weather, they cook either inside or outside the house, because there were dug pits which were dug into the ground and the steps leading into it that help people from the attack of wild animals, also for storing grains also, and many other purposes. Stone tool have been found from many sites. Many of these are different from the earlier Paleolithic tool, and that is why they are called Neolithic, because students, you will learn about microlith and megalith stone. You must read that to understand the difference between the stones of Mesolithic period and Neolithic period. These include tools that were polished to have a fine cutting edge, and mortars and pestles. Mortars and pestles are used to grinding grain even today. Apart from these tools, some of the tools were also made of the bone also. Many kind of the earthen pot have been found. These were used for the decoration of and for storing grains. Means they have decorated that pots also. People also began weaving cloth using different kind of material. Example, a lot of example like cotton, silk. They started using it. See, students, in this figure, it is a jar which have been the figure which is there on the screen. These are the pots that have been found, that shows that archaeologists, those who found the evidence of these pots, they clearly identify that these were the pots that have been used by them at that time, right? So, the last topic of this chapter is a closer look living and dying in Merghar. Student, Merghar was one of the place where people learned to grow barley and wheat and rear sheep and goat for the first time in this area. At this village, many animal bones were found. Other find at Merghar include remain of square or rectangular houses. When people die, their relative and friend pay respect to them. The dead person was buried with goat, which were probably meant to serve as a food in the next world. Several burial sites have been found at Merghar. Student, let me tell you one thing most important about Merghar, that the rectangular and square houses have been found here. And in between, they used to bury the dead bodies of their relatives, and they have one belief that there is a life after death, so they pay a lot of respect to the person who died at that time, and they used to bury them with the grains, pods, goats especially, and they believe that it will act like they will use them after death, right? So these were the beliefs of the people that has been found by the archaeologist and that have been given in your book. So students, I hope the chapter is clear to you, and if you feel any doubt, you just can comment and you can tell me your problems. Thank you.